Good morning, guys. Another frosty morning. So I'm not working today, and I didn't work yesterday because of a bit of a head cold here. It just sniffles and that, and I know it's I know it's from Saturday night. I had a bit of a bit of a nightmare with the car, and it was my own fault. So just going back to Friday, when I got home from Friday, working normally, even though I knew I wasn't planning on working on the Saturday, normally I'd plug the car in for the 2 hours. I have this rate with my energy provider between 2 a.m. and 4 a.m. It's very cheap. It's about 7 cents kilowatt. So I'd normally plug the car in and just top it up, and probably do the same on Saturday night depending on the battery level. But I forgot to do that on Friday night. I forgot to plug the car in, and so I got a call from a regular customer to drop her into Dublin City from Nice. So good job, very good job. And so I thought, right, happy days, and panicked a bit because I'd 60% battery, which is all right, but she wanted to be brought home as well. So I said, right, while I'm waiting for her to have her night out, I'd do a few jobs, you know. So that in itself was fine. So just to cover myself, I went up to the local Tesco's to the rapid charger, and just plugged in for 15 minutes, and I think it brought her up to 75% battery. So I thought, I'll be fine, I'll be grand, you know. But as I was bringing her back tonight, said, oh, my friend here. Of course, I had to pick her up at 12 o'clock because last week, our Taoiseach, Mr. Varadkar, on the Tuesday announced that from Friday night, everything would, pubs, restaurants, clubs, you know, clubs couldn't open, and pubs and restaurants and all that. Everyone had to be out by 12 o'clock because apparently here in Ireland we have a new variant of COVID. It only comes out after 12 o'clock. You know, you were fine, you're fine in your pub or restaurant up to 12 o'clock, but after that, Cinderella, get yourself home because COVID is coming. But some of the restrictions just don't make sense. But anyway, so I picked her up at 12, and she said, yeah, my friend here wants to go to the airport. Their flight is at 6:30, so I said, right, you know, I'll pick you up at about 3:30 and drop you up to the airport. So again, by the time I got them back tonight, I was running low on battery. So I said, right, I'll nip over to Tesco's again. It was about 1:15 in the morning when I was dropping them off, and went over to the Tesco's to the rapid charger, and there was a car parked on it. I thought, you know, not good. So there was no other rapid chargers close by, so I said, right, I'll go home, plug it in at home, and you know, as I said, by the time I got home it was 1:30. I had to pick him up at 3:30, so I'd less than the 2 hours because, you know, I needed time to get over. And I checked my app, and I thought, right, there's a rapid charger over in the airport. So as long as I can get to the airport, fine, I can plug in on the rapid charger, just get a top up to get me home. And so, of course, dropped them off at the airport, and what happened? There was a taxi parked in the airport with another one waiting on the charger. So there was another one close by. I went down to that. There was another taxi there. Actually, it was an MG5 parked on that. And I tried using the 22 kilowatt charger, but it wouldn't work. And I don't know if it's because this other taxi was using the CCS charger. So starting to panic a bit and freezing my arse off, because as we found out, and as you've seen from my last video, you know, 40 minutes of the car just sitting here in the driveway, I use 2% battery with just the heater. So the heater does use a lot of energy, uses a lot of the battery. But anyway, I got over to over in Ballymun, there was a Lidl with an Easy Go charger, which was free. I didn't mind paying. I just wanted to get the energy to get home. I was tired, cold, hungry at that stage, you know. So I got over to the Lidl, and of course, because it was only the 22 kilowatt charger, I had to sit there for about 45 minutes, and I got up to 20% battery. And normally that would have been fine to get me home, but as I was coming across, now it's on motorway driving as well, of course, which is kind of another whammy with the battery. It does use a lot of energy. So as I was coming across the M50, I noticed my battery percentage was dropping fairly quickly, so off went the heating. And of course, while I was sitting for 45 minutes charging, I didn't have the heating on, so I was freezing. That's why I have the head cold. But coming up the M7, got a notification on the car, reducing power. To save battery. So of course it ended up I was doing 60 kilometers coming up. Now it's a 100-kilometer limit, but I was doing 60 kilometers coming up and starting to panic a bit, you know. I was watching me percentage going down, but I did get home. I got home with 1% 1% left. So yeah, so it was a lesson learned. Don't forget to top up the battery, you know, because with taxing, you just don't know, you know. And if a regular customer rings you, you have to look after them, or try and get either you do it yourself or you try and get somebody else to do it for you, you know. And as I said, my next door neighbour drives a taxi as well, and we would do that. I'd just pass on work to him. If I couldn't do it, he'd pass it on to me if he couldn't do it, you know. Now he has the e-Niro, and it has the heated seats and heated steering wheel, and we were just talking yesterday. And actually, I on the last video I done, Pavel was saying that it doesn't use the heated seats, and that don't use as much energy, so you would still have the comfort of heat without using the air conditioning in the car itself, you know. And he said that it's the same, that using the heated seats and heated steering wheel, it didn't affect the range on the battery, you know. As soon as I turn on the fan, which I have on now because I'm de-icing the car, I'm just nipping over to the shops to get myself some lemons, but the range on this car goes down about 30 kilometers, you know, straight away. So, you know, it is something to consider in the winter. Now, you know, Ireland isn't really that cold compared to other European countries. We don't really go into the minuses as such. I mean, it's it's 1 degree there now, and it's 25 past 10 in the morning. You know, it is icy. As I said, I'm just sitting here with the heater on to de-ice the car a bit, which it's done already. But yeah, so just something to consider. You know, when using the heat, or go for the exclusive model with the heated seats and heated steering wheel. It might be a bit better for you, you know. But yeah. So lesson learned. Keep the battery topped up in the winter, especially, you know. All right, take it easy, guys. Drive safe, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.